Take a look at a classic late August harvest spread. We have sourdough bread, mascarpone cheese, fresh blackberries, peaches, and walnuts. Individually, these are excellent ingredients. Combine them directly, though, and you run into a structural problem. The dry, savory crust of the bread clashes with the sharp bite of the berries and the heavy, dense weight of the cheese. You might reach for table sugar to sweeten the pile, but standard sugar only drops a flat, one-dimensional layer over the top without actually integrating any of the underlying flavors. Fresh wildflower honey takes a completely different approach. It acts as an adaptable connector, bridging the chemical gaps between highly distinct flavor profiles. By building the ultimate late summer toast layer by layer, we can see exactly how honey physically interacts with and elevates every single ingredient it touches. We start at the foundation of the topping, 1 cup of mascarpone cheese. Heavy dairy fat easily overwhelms delicate summer flavors. It coats the palate and feels incredibly dense. To correct this, we fold in 3 tablespoons of Ontario wildflower honey, a splash of vanilla extract, and a pinch of sea salt. The honey immediately goes to work cutting through those heavy lipids. It wedges between the fat molecules, injecting a floral richness while physically aerating the entire mixture. A dense, palate-fatiguing block of dairy is now a light, receptive canvas. The next layer introduces our fresh produce: ripe peaches, blackberries, blueberries, and a squeeze of fresh lemon juice. Look at these ripe August peaches. Here, honey operates as a pure enhancer, amplifying the natural sugars the fruit spent the entire summer developing. The blackberries and lemon juice present the opposite challenge. They carry high acidity, which gives the dish a sharp, jarring bite. Honey corrects this by rounding out those sharp edges. It balances the acidic elements so the fruit remains bright, completely avoiding any sour palate fatigue. We let this mixture rest for 15 minutes. Through osmosis, the honey draws the internal juices outward through the cell walls, surrounding the fruit in a naturally unified syrup. Inside a single bowl, honey simultaneously amplifies the sweet elements and dampens the tart ones. Now we move to the structural base: thick slices of rustic sourdough bread, brushed lightly with butter and grilled. Grilling the bread and toasting a handful of walnuts introduces a deep, earthy, roasted profile to the final dish. We assemble the pieces, spread the aerated mascarpone across the warm toast, then spoon the soaked fruit right on top. As the honey-infused layers hit the residual heat of the toasted bread and nuts, they warm and interact, developing a complex, caramel-like finish. The bright, acidic notes on top are now anchored into the deep, savory foundation below. The result is a 420-calorie late summer snack, finished with fresh mint. You can introduce more complexity with a beekeeper's upgrade, adding a small piece of raw honeycomb, a sprinkle of bee pollen for color, or a half teaspoon of candied ginger. Compare this cohesive dish to the isolated pile of raw bread, dense cheese, and acidic berries we started with. Honey possesses a thermodynamic-like ability to adapt its chemical function to whatever it touches. It cuts through fats, balances harsh acids, enhances natural sugars, and deepens savory flavors. It is an active, dynamic culinary tool capable of forcing highly varied ingredients into a state of equilibrium.